Hello all, my name is Vrushank Sulakhe, my USN 2SD22EC125, currently studying in E&C department of SDMCET. Today I would like to tell about a C program to find the shortest path using Bellman Ford algorithm. Before going to C program, let's talk about what exactly is Bellman Ford algorithm. Bellman Ford algorithm is a single source shortest path algorithm that computes the shortest distance from a source vertex to all the other vertices in a weighted graph, even if the graph contains negative weight edges. Key features: works for both directed and undirected graphs, handles negative edge weights, can detect negative weight cycles. Time complexity is given by O into V cross E, where V represents the number of vertices in the graph, E represents the number of edges in the graph, and O is the big O notation, which is used to describe the worst case runtime complexity of an algorithm. Coming on to the algorithm steps, let us consider a graph with vertices V and edges E. Step 1 is to initialize the distance. In this step, we set the distance to the source vertex 0 and all the other to infinity. Step 2 is to relax all edges v minus 1 times. For each edge u comma v, the weight w, if the distance u plus w is less than distance v, then update distance v equals to distance u plus w. Next, check for negative weight cycles. Go through all edges one more time. If the shortest path is still unfound, a negative weight cycle exists. Now coming to advantages and disadvantages. Advantages is it is simpler to implement than Dijkstra's with priority queue, can detect negative weight cycles. Now coming on to disadvantage, it is slower than Dijkstra's algorithm, not suitable for graphs with millions of vertices and edges. Now coming on to the C program, here's the C program code. Uh, First, initialize the distances. We initialize an array to store the shortest distance from the source vertex. All the distances are set to int max, that is infinity, to represent unreachable vertices. The distances to source itself is set to 0. Now coming on to relaxed edges, uh, edges are relaxed by v minus 1 times. What exactly happens here? The Bellman Ford algorithm requires v minus 1 iterations to ensure the shortest path and are correctly calculated. In each iteration, it relaxes every edge. If the current shortest path to edge u is not infinity, and if the new path via edge u to edge v is shorter, update to distance v. Step 2 is to check for negative weight cycles. In this step, we consider it as an extra step to check for negative weight cycles. If we can still relax edge after v minus 1 iterations, it means there is a negative cycle in the graph. Next, now coming on to printing the shortest distances. If a vertex is still unreachable, it prints infinity. Otherwise, it prints the shortest distance from the source. Now, coming on to the main function, it defines a graph with v equals to 5 and vertices and e equals to 8 edges. The edges are hard coded, but in real applications, they could be read from a user input or a file. Calls a Bellman Ford algorithm and with vertex equals to 0 as a source. Let's run this code. Okay, here's the output we get. Vertex 0 is the source, vertex 1 is reachable with a short path cost of -1, vertex 2 is reachable with a short path cost of 2, and so on. Thank you. With this, I end my discussion on a Bellman Ford algorithm and the code given above.